falling, 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 falling.
Hello everyone, welcome to another exciting broadcast of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. So for the Thunder, their last game, a win against the Houston Rockets. And that was a serious blowout.
Don't you dare be sour! Two-time champs and feel the power!
Trust you, I'm gonna show you. Beautiful morning, yeah, the sun in my morning, babe. Nothing in the water, beautiful morning, yeah, the sun in my morning, babe.
Yo, what is going on, everybody? It's your boy, Mr. DDG94 here with another NBA 2K MyCareer gameplay. Today, we're taking on my favorite player, Kevin Durant, and my second favorite player, Russell Westbrook, on my favorite team that I hope can take it all the way in the NBA Finals and hopefully destroy the Golden State Warriors once and for all. Oklahoma City Thunder. Yeah. Yo. Like, come on, you can't deny the fact that KD just did your boy LeBron James dirty on that one. Look at the crossover. Look at the lay. Oh my God! Don't tell me shit, bro. KD, best player of all time. Best small forward. Yes, best small forward of all time. Yes. Nah. But anyways, though, speaking of Kevin Durant, you see the title. You know why you clicked on the video. Speaking of Kevin Durant, if all else fails, Kevin Durant will be a free agent this summer. There's no denying that. As LeBron James just throws it down. I honestly believe that there are 5 destinations. I know I talked about one of the possible destinations that he could go to yesterday, but today I got 4 more destinations where Kevin Durant could go, and we're gonna get right into them. So we're gonna start off at number 5. The Houston Rockets, which was probably my first option. I stated a while back, I stated this right at the beginning of the season, that if all else fails at OKC, Kevin Durant should go to Houston with James Harden and well, not Dwight Howard, but just with James Harden, because they have chemistry together. I thought it would work. Well, that was at the beginning of the season, and that was when they had Kevin McHale. Now, I don't know if it could still work, but I think if he's around somebody he's played with, I still think he could do some damage, especially him and James Harden. I think they could do damage together. Just think about it. You got James Harden out here putting up 30-40. Then you got Kevin Durant right behind him putting up 30-40. Yeah, you're going to be in for a couple of nights, bro. You're going to be having long nights, like, to just play against those two, man. Like I'm not knocking Russell Westbrook, but James Harden is very fucking creative when it comes to his offensive game. Now his defensive game,
I'm not gonna be able to do it. Oh, hell!
Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about that one. So, other than his defense, I think his offensive game is really fucking creative. I don't think people really give him the credit for his offensive game because everybody says he just flops and get fouls. But if you really pay attention to James Harden's offensive game, he's really crafty, and he's not that easy to guard one-on-one, which is why he gets a lot of his fouls, by the way, because he's not that easy to guard. For those of you who keep talking about him being a flopper, he's not a flopper. He does his offense a little bit better than most. You know what I'm saying? He's very creative. So there's that. So that would be a good destination for him. Houston Rockets, I'll put them at number 5. Number 4. The Golden State Warriors. And I know I talked about this before, and I said I do not want to see Kevin Durant teaming up with Steph Curry. But the thing is, if you can't beat them, join them. And I think that's what might happen here. If the Warriors wash the Oklahoma City Thunder in the second round, not in the second round, but if they ever do meet up, whether it be Eastern Conference or not Eastern Conference, but Western Conference or whatever, hopefully, if the Warriors do wash the Oklahoma City Thunder, I think he should evaluate his plans and maybe just accept the fact that the Golden State Warriors can't be beat, and maybe this is the team to go to if I'm trying to get this ring. If I'm really about this ring, I need to go to the team that's getting these rings, because apparently they're the team to beat. If I go somewhere else, there ain't no telling whether we're going to be a powerhouse or whether we're going to be a team trying to find its way. Or I could just stick with the Oklahoma City Thunder and things could stay the same. So if I'm Kevin Durant, if you can't beat them, join them. But honestly, I wouldn't want him to join the Golden State Warriors. So there's that. Number 3. I can't count. Apparently I can't count for some odd reason. Number 3. The LA Clippers. Now I know you're like, is it possible that they can get Kevin Durant to the LA Clippers? It's a slight possibility they can get him there. It depends. They got to get rid of a couple of players. You know, DeAndre Jordan contract, Chris Paul contract, Blake Griffin contract, pretty hefty. But that team has a big salary cap on it, so they could possibly get Kevin Durant if they could get him to commit to a lower, a lower salary, a more affordable salary. I think they could work in Kevin Durant if he could commit to a lower salary. It's not very likely, but it is possible. So I can see him with the Clippers. I think he would be a good fit with the Clippers. The Clippers need a wingman, and I think Kevin Durant could do the job. The only problem is that team sometimes has a little bit of chemistry issues. But looking at them this season, though, with the fact that Blake Griffin has been out for like a vast majority of the season, and they've still been balling, and now Blake Griffin's back and they're balling even more. I'm starting to see the Clippers, man. I'm starting to see the Clippers and why people been hyping this team up for so many years. I'm starting to see why the Clippers are a really good team. You know what I'm saying? Like, they've held it down without Blake Griffin, and they've held it down, and they're still holding it down with him back in the lineup. Nothing hasn't changed. So it's clear that Doc is doing the right things coaching-wise. And I think him playing alongside Doc Rivers, it would help him out tremendously. I think Doc's a good coach, especially with a guy like Kevin Durant. I think it could help him and really take his game to another level that it hasn't even been potentially reached to yet. So there's that. And, that's why I would choose the Clippers as the number 3 option. And just to let you all know, these are my own opinions. These are not factual opinions and where I think he should go. These are just my own opinions, okay? These are my own thoughts and my own opinions. If you take these in a sense of if you take these to heart, then you need to kill yourself. No, like literally kill yourself. Drink bleach and die. Kill yourself. So yeah. Number 2. You already know what number 2 is. The team that I was talking about yesterday, the Chicago Bulls. I already told you why they need to go there. The Bulls could, if the Bulls do the things I say do, there's no reason for him not to go to Chirac or Savage City, as I like to call it. They got young talent, they got good talent, they got Rose, they got Butler. That team with him on it, it can't be beat. So there's that. Before I get into my number 1, I just want to give some honorable mentions. The Washington Wizards they're in the top. They wouldn't be in my top 5, but they are honorable mention. The LA Lakers, New York Knicks, Brooklyn Nets. I'm trying to think who else. Boston Celtics. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. So, and this team right here, the number 1 team that I think Kevin Durant should continue Durant should consider is the team that he's currently on right now, which would be the Oklahoma City Thunder. I know Oklahoma City Thunder, they don't look as great, but the thing is, this is the only reason. I'm a Kevin Durant fan, so this is coming from my own perspective here on how I feel like if he leaves. Like if I feel like if he leaves, I have that fear that he won't be as good as he was with the Oklahoma City Thunder. You know, there have been certain players in the past that have left teams and became a shell of themselves. For example, Dwight Howard. Who else? Darren Williams. Trying to think who else. Who else has been not themselves? Trying to think who else. There's a couple of players that haven't been themselves since joining new teams. I'm trying to think. Kevin Love. That's another good example right there. Like these guys were the stars of their teams, and now they're like secondary stars, or they're like role players, or they get moved around now. It's like they don't live up to what they used to be when they was with the other team, and that's the only thing I fear about Kevin Durant. It's a good chance that he could still be Kevin Durant somewhere else, but the thing is, it's very likely that sometimes star players tend to not be themselves when they leave and go to different teams, because usually they're in a new place. They're, you know what I'm saying, maybe they have chemistry issues, they can't cope well with other players. You know what I'm saying, maybe it's the coach, you know, the coaching and how they play in it, and maybe they're not used to the coaching, so there's that. I mean, so yeah, I honestly believe that the Oklahoma City Thunder is his best option if he wants to stay a superstar. And that's what I want him to be. I want him to be a superstar. I want him to win the NBA championship. But at the same time, I don't want him to lose his greatness. So yeah, that's my top options for Kevin Durant. Why don't you leave your top 5, top 10, whatever the fuck you're going to do in the comment section below. I will get back to you. Till then, peace out.